can sit next to me. You'd be good. Are video games getting too expensive? Is $100 that expensive? You know, if GTA 6 costs $100, I'll probably still buy it. So, but really, you know, video games have been $60 for years. Meanwhile, inflation just keeps going up. And yet, when they went from $60 to $70, it was a big deal. I don't know. I feel like the quality of these games have gotten better. Uh, how long you can play the game has definitely increased. You can grind a game. There's forever games now. But really, is $100 a lot to ask? I think the bigger problem is look at everything else. I mean, I feel like a Twitch sub is $6. Like that's kind of crazy. $6 for you want another subscription on top of your Netflix, cable, you know, your internet. We're getting subscribed to everything. Hopefully you don't have a lease for a car. And then of course your insurance rates. Like everything is subscription based now, where you won't own anything. You can't afford to own anything. You gotta buy it outright. I don't know how people still I still can't. I don't know, people subscribe to get their phone renewed every year. I just can't do that. I did that for like the first 5 years, and I realized like, nah, the improvements in the iPhone weren't enough for me to warrant buying a new iPhone every year. But people will get a subscription for their phone, and they just pay it monthly, and they always have the newest one. But you know, now we're in a subscription lifestyle. It's really hard for me to swallow. I think these younger kids that are just being force-fed, where everything they don't own, and they just temporarily get to purchase it, own it. They rent. They're going to be renting for life, and that's sad when you know there's no dream of owning anything anymore. But are video games too expensive? Well, you know the C-suite's getting paid. Anytime there's a good game, it's because of the people above, right? It's not about the developers or the hard workers or the artists at the bottom. Granted, I feel like people at the top should get credit where credit is due, but whenever there's a mistake, they don't take the blame. People at the bottom get fired. But when a video game is successful and does well, of course, it's always at the top that gets rewarded. They get their bonuses. But, you know, video games, they're just keeping up with inflation. It's kind of funny. Really, what hasn't kept up is the pay. I mean, 30 years ago, the median house, you're looking at $80,000 for the median cost of a home in the U.S. $80,000. Compared to now, it's for over $400,000. Meanwhile, what is minimum wage? That's pretty rough. Minimum wage is not keeping up with prices. So I do feel bad for people that don't have generational money and not getting stuff passed down. That can't afford to save. They're gonna constantly be subscribing, never owning. But we also, I mean, people tend to use things and then we can't repair our devices anymore, so instead of fixing it, keeping it useful, they toss it away. I wonder if our trash is kind of starting to build up. We don't recycle as much as we should. But a video game for $100, I feel like if people can pay $20, $30 for a skin, they're gonna pay $100 for a video game. They're gonna pay $100, and then they're gonna be mad about it, but they're still gonna do it, which is kind of odd. It's like you're voting with your wallet. Why are you saying you're mad, but then you're willing to pay the price? Oh man, It's odd. Ah, well. We'll see what happens. That's all I wanted to talk about.